Great Nia found Great Nia. I did a little bit better this morning. I'm trying to tighten it up, get back to where we was, get back there amongst the stars, But how good it is to be standing in the congregation of the mighty, man. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I don't have my camera up yet. That's why I'm not rushing to do it. But I want to say good morning to everybody on Spreaker. Y'all hold me down. It's starting to grow very slowly. I'm trying to get everybody on Spreaker. Trying to get the main line, the main fam on Spreaker, so that we could go and have uninterrupted discussions as far as with what's being sent and stuff like that, because like I said, I'm still working on the iOS. Money. Every time I turn around, it's something else. But that's how that's a nice design. It's not flawless, but that's the design we have to deal with. There's always something. So, we have to prepare for that. So once again, let me say it for all those on Facebook. Let's see who's in before we even get started. I want to see who he is. Is there anybody here? Is there anybody here? Anybody here? Okay. We on Facebook. We on Periscope. Okay. Let me restart this chat. So I'm going to do the intro. All right, family, once again, welcome to the congregation of the mighty. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I am your host, Brother Hatim, and this is the Daily Toast. And of course, this is a heart of a simple production. The Black Signal has went out. And know that we are striving. Or we strive to blow up your old paradigms.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water. But first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe in, drink. Bust that cap and drink some water. Lift your glass and pour that water. Lift that glass and drink some water. Drink some water. Drink. Shouts out to Brother Sifa. Drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Come on, fam. I ain't gonna be easy. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass. Drink. Raise and toast your ancestors. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift your glass and sip some water. everyone, remember the rules. Remember the rules. Before we start our show, we drink our water. Well, not before we start the show, but drink your water. You got to drink your water. You got to start your day off with the water. Start your day off with the breath. 4 pillars to health. Breathing. Proper breathing. Right? Water. Right? Stay hydrated. Stay super hydrated. Your body is over 70% water. Get your water in you. Not that sink water, though. Next, family, culturally appropriate diet, and I can't stress it enough. You come from a distinct cultural stock, right? What was the diet that your ancestors ate, right? Now, you don't have to necessarily go all the way back and just eat only that, but start adding culturally appropriate things to your diet. Culturally appropriate. Look up the African Heritage Diet. Look up the African Heritage Diet. Look up the African Heritage Diet. Right? Last one, movement. Do those. Keep the doctor up out your face. Greg Blair, Brother Kimmich, how you doing this morning as well? We got Brother Asifa. We got Brother Kimmich on the line. And so let's go and finish this water. And let's get to the toast. Last night we had a show. You know what I'm saying? It was a great show. For some people, it kind of irritate the ears because, Gye-Nyame, we get that shit in. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo. So, I'm liable to get a caller that I know from 15 years ago, and they would call in yelling and shit, and we arguing. But the only one thing that I ask, right? I ain't gonna say, Dr. Sabia Pro Foods, that's cool. I'm just saying culturally appropriate. I'm not into the Dr. Sabi diet. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say whether it's Dr. Sabi approved or not. So. But if it works for you, it works for you. Get you some culturally appropriate food. There's certain things that was designed specifically for our bodies, to provide the needs for our bodies, because the foods rise up out the culture. If you look at every culture, man, you'll find a sacred food. Every culture, you'll find a sacred food. No sacred food, no culture. All right? Sacred food. Like this food it goes back into their mythological DNA. This food God gave them. You understand what I'm saying? So we have our cultural foods. Like, for example, you go to West Africa, they have yam festivals, right? Because yam is a sacred thing, right? Might explain why some of us like yam so much, or what we call a yam, but it's really a potato. But there's a rooter, it's a tuber. It's going to be an outstanding day. Great Nia, how you doing, Auntie? I'll be up there. I'll be up there today. I don't know exactly how long I'm gonna be staying, but yeah, we gotta send Buki home. All right. So last night we discussed 2 of the 3 proverbs, right? For those that don't know, every Ujamaa at 9 p.m. we do tribal quotes. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you don't know the language. Learn the language, right? So the last one we left off on was a man will fight harder for his interests than for his rights. That's Napoleon Bonaparte. We didn't get a chance to discuss the past is prophetic in that it asserts loudly that wars are poor chisels for carving out peaceful tomorrows. All right? So we didn't get to cover that one. So if somebody out there want to speak on that one, go on, wrap your mind around it, grab your wisdom mining tools, and start to chisel that one down. Start to dig deep and pull out some of the jewels that some of us could use, because you never know who may need it. All right, let me go and finish this. Drink your water. Get hydrated. Mm, mm, mm. Time for us to pour us a glass of that ambrosia. This one is mature, full-bodied ambrosia. Can't drink it all because I got to make a new batch. Man, I hate to say goodbye. I never can say goodbye. No, 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 So, I got to go and get brewing again. I just knew I wasn't going to have to brew for a month. But then it's like, man, see, but that's, like I said, I'm not mad. It's a blessing. Just like with the shirts. You run out, be like, boom, that's a blessing. So family, here we go. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call the Creator. We call on that great source, right? We call on that power. Let me pull something up real quick. Because in the African Opens to the Tree of Life, they have some nice ways of dealing with the Creator. For those that don't know, I ask people to post up on Gye-Nyame Journey's timeline some of your favorite books. This is my all-time favorite. This is my go-to. This book right here. We are on our second or third time going through the Gye-Nyame Journey workbook. But we also take time to go through African Openness to the Tree of Life. You go back and listen to some of the old ones, or you could just wait for us to finish the cycle. We on day 44. They're 90 of these. So we got about 40 more weeks. That's crazy. We got over 40 weeks before we get back to the African Tree of Life. But this book right here is a life changer. I'm just telling you, right? But there are some nice ways of dealing with the Creator. I'm about to pull them out because say the knowledge holds only lies testifies to origins of the creative being. Say the knowledge holders, broken covenant kills a friend. Marriage is unity for making, said the knowledge holders. And making is the power of energy. The laws of creation work by conversion of energy. Energy is force of life, said the knowledge holders. Man, good God Almighty. Alright, I just love this book. I'm just saying. I wanted a reason to open it up. But anyway, giving honor to the Creator by the name you choose to call the Creator, we lift up the glass and we say Ashe. Family, from there we move to our magnificent and marvelous list of ancestors. All the ones that we have compiled. Remember, this is about those personal ancestors, right? Those personal ancestors, those private names in the sense that nobody would know if you said it. And would be kind of looking at you funny if you said it out of time or whatever. Who is that? Who they talking about? What they know? You know what I'm saying? When I started this, the whole idea for me was to make sure that those people who shoulders we directly stand on was getting the shouts out. I would go to circles all over the country, and sometimes people would outdo each other with historical figures, but nobody ever outdid themselves with big mamas. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a big mama competition. How many of you can name big mamas in your family? How many of y'all can name, let's have a grandfather competition. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the same enthusiasm and energy in saluting our own personal lines. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to make sure, because I was proud of what I came from. I was proud of what my people were able to go through and accomplish, and I felt other people should be that way too. Shouts out to Brother Kwame, right? So we was in need of a daily toast for those, you know what I'm saying, for those who suffer for us, for those that carried us when we couldn't carry ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I felt that as a responsibility that I was going to have to do something like this. Miss Vanessa Lynn is in the house. All right, here we go. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert Tate, Santa Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Christopher, Fanny Gaston, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman, No More X, Sapat, Rob Malika Fakur, Dr. Marion Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Actor Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulliam, the Luxor Brothers, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Mr. Reed Austin, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Bronson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, James Foster, Charles Jordan, Kill Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge, Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jeannie Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Wesley, Vita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theodore Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Harry Pearson, Sergeant Thornton, Richard Thornton, Navina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kendi, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quills, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quills, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Wells, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Allen Ohio, Frank Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Bena Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carter Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Alice Murphy. You should be able to post on Spreaker. We want to sit down. This cool, but we're going to sit down and I'm going to show you how to use that. So now we go to our pretty book. And we're going to start with Ann Ferguson, William Ferguson, Michael Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Mazarine Kofer, George Swan, Edmonia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Reginald Oliver, Linda Howard, Jacqueline Brawlers, Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Edward R. Benson Sr. Make sure I get all the pages. John Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, Barbara Ann Reed, Javere McCormick, Rashad Easy, Ron McCormick, Sabrina Easley, Nevaeh Mitchell, Zella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irving, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Mirelle Ellis, Elizabeth Battles, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Baba Naeem, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Bet Vaughn, Lud Oz, Elijah Oz, Rome Oz, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Oz, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlington Houston, Albert Moore, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Frances, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Vivian Stevenson, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lester and Rachel Saunders, John Bowie, Alex Nixon, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie, Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Senior, Melly Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Martha Gibson, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Aunt Becca, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Clara Fox, Joan Evans, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavers, Jerry Dorr, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Cleve. Go take a shower, man. Emma McClendon, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Hazel Gadsden, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Thomas Bradley. Man, we're going to put him, wow. Uncle Bookie, also known as Gypsy. Facebook, Gye-Nyame takes the lead and Spreaker follows up almost immediately. Cool. Thomas Bradley, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Jennifer Sensenbaugh, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Nayland Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Florence Evans, Pamela Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbert Longmire, Edith Catney, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Phyllis Lee, DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry. We lift up our glass and we salute all of our ancestors. For those that want to get their ancestors on the list, you know what I'm saying, inbox me or something. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all got some other ancestors y'all need to add. Y'all know the number. 614-300-1875. We become family. Each day we celebrate and lift up our glasses and toast together, right? We become family. Each day we read our ancestral list together, because I know this is not the only ancestral list out there. Some of y'all compiling y'all's. Family, big ups. We lift and we salute those ancestors. From there, we move to the present moment. And since I got a little bit of time today...
Damn, Ron, come on! What's the matter with you?
Tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Man, people amaze me, right? Because everybody act like they're going to wake up in the future. You never wake up in the future, you wake up in the now. You never wake up in the past, you wake up in the now. And I'm just saying, family, we need to start taking advantage of our now. Using the power of the moment to get shit done. We got to get it done, right? Whether we talking politics, whether we talking economics, whether we talking about health and diet, whether we talking social issues, whether, you know what I'm saying? We got to do all that work is done in the now. Many of us is waiting for future opportunities to shine, but the future opportunities in which you shine. Like when we look at Malcolm X and we look at the speeches, a lot of us think that, he just went up on stage and did the speech, which he possibly could. But I'm guaranteeing for the speeches that we hear, there was 1,000 speeches before that. You understand? Ones that might have not been as good. When we heard Malcolm, we heard the polished Malcolm, the one that embraced the nows, every one of those nows, and gave his all in speaking and perfecting his craft. Same thing with Martin Luther King, and I mean, and some of us got people like that in our family where, they come over and they fix something, or they give us some wisdom, or they do things, and they're so smooth with it. It almost look like it's magic, but it's not magic, it's work. It's people taking advantage of their moments. And I'm just saying, family, if we're going to be serious about this nation building, if we're going to be serious about this warriorship, right, we have to be on our craft. In the moment, we have to be working it. Yeah, we gonna mess up. Yeah, we gonna fuck up, but that's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like I tell y'all, the bricks on the bricks on the road to success are made from the dust of our failures. The bricks on the road to success are made from the dust of our failure, family. So I mean. And you know how much dust it take to make a goddamn brick? So let's mess up. Let's bump heads. Let's fall out. Let's fight. Let's argue. Let's get this shit out in this generation. Let's burn out all that in this now so that our children can look at what we going through and be like, I'll never, you know what I'm saying? I'll never treat people like that. Or I'm going to be better than my dad. I'm going to be better than my mom. You know what I'm saying? We got to do it in the now and be real about it. Not all this fake shit. But anyway, lifting up the glass, because for those that don't know, today is Nia. Nia. Great Nia. Do you want to reuse? Oh yeah, I give $1 for the jugs. When you turn the jugs in, we exchange. You get $1 off. All right. So Nia. Here we go. We on Nia. Nia, for those that don't know, Nia is purpose. The hermetic law, no, not the modic principle today is balance. The color is yellow. The hermetic law is rhythm. Male name for the day is Kofi. Female name is Afua. What's up, Afua? Right? I'm lifting up my glass. We're saluting the present moment. And we say, my fault. In emotional emancipation circles, pulling from their African-centered cultural virtue and value system, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In Wolof today, the word is mandu. Wolof, being appreciative of what you have, not envious of others. And Akan ethics, we're talking justice. And in traditional Yoruba, we're talking Titu, which is endurance. Right? We have those 6 emotions, family. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm going to show these. Those that know. We got those 6 emotions. We're trying to bring Wakesa here so that we could do a full weekend workshop. It's going to cost some bread, but I think we could do it. I'm just getting started. So let's 6 emotions: mad, sad, scared, powerful, peaceful, and joyful. I had to throw them out there. You know what I'm saying? Working with them, right? Trying to learn how to ask those proper questions. So we lift up our glass and we salute the now and we say, Ashe. From there, we know that if we solidify the now, our children will have a strong foundation and legacy to step into, right? Foundation to stand upon, legacy to step into, right? So that they could continue to move to the next level. So we salute them in advance. We toast our children and our children's children on to infinity, all right? We say Ashe. From there, we move to the present moment. We lift up our glass in the present moment. No, I already did that one. We lift up our glass to all of our relations and we say Ashe. Right here. Oh, you a Ford too? Oh, congratulations. Hey, a Ford. You know what I'm saying? Throw up, but y'all know the best day. Yeah, that's that Quab. Nah, but we won't do that on Nia. You know, we won't do that on Nia. You know, I'm gonna let y'all have y'all Nia. Look forward, I'm gonna let you have your Nia, girl. It's your day. What you gonna do with it? Right? This is the day, the day that you was born on is the day where your power is at its maximum in the cycle of that 7 days. Work your magic, sister. Work your magic. All right? So, all right, here we go. To all of our relations, we say, I shade from near family. This is that selfish toast. What is it that you need? Energize yourself. We have our ancestors and our creator, because when we call them, they come. When we call them, they come. I'm calling. They here. You're joining me. You might be lifting the glass. You might be lifting the glass in your mind, but they here. What is it that you need to make it through this day? Because we're going to be toasting again tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And even if I'm not here, somebody going to pick up the mantle, right? So here we go, family. What is it that you need? Say, I say. Last but not least, family, I toast the most powerful, most beautiful, most spectacular, most wonderful, right? Being in the room. You know what that is? That's you. I lift up my glass and I salute you, and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years, right? I'm on my way to Akron. It's my original home, my birthplace. I can't call it home because home is where the rent or the mortgage is paid, right? Or at least the basement floor you sleep on. A joke from the past. All right, I know. All right, family. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I need to remind you that you have now stepped into the congregation of the mighty, and what a wonderful feeling it is. And you know that you are listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Of course, you know this is a Heart of a Simple production, and we just finished another daily toast. How many is that? How many are we at right now? How many are we at? Can somebody do the math? How many toasts? Because we have not missed a toast. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing this for over a year. We are in the second year. 1 year and 10 months. Every day. Every day. We've been, family, listen. Y'all don't even understand the power that's building up behind us. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, man, I had I'm just like, yo, so let's get it moving. And last but not least, family, we strive to blow up those old paradigms. Blow them up. Y'all have a great day. Peace. Great Nia. Activate your reticular formations and look for Nia. Take pictures of people involved in Nia. Take pictures of your kids involved in Nia. Post them up on the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline, right? You know what I'm saying? And hashtag Nia. You know what I'm saying? Day Nia or Nia Day or something. We got to start really throwing our culture out there and throwing examples of our culture in motion, catching people doing it naturally, so we can start reminding ourselves and reminding others about what we supposed to be doing. You understand what I'm saying? So activate those reticular formations, get your mind clicking so that you can start noticing when somebody is doing something on purpose. Post it, right? Oh, that's purpose. Come on now, let's get it, right? I'm out.